Another aviary, you say? Well, that does sound quite interesting. The brood here is getting a little thin. Perhaps while I'm seeking out this new feast hall, I'll pay a few visits around town. I might have sussed some interesting items I'd rather like to get my paws upon. If I find anything interesting, I might even be willing to barter. Right. Ta-ra. Away.
Someone there? A crooked touch.
Please, if you have business here, seek Sister Yanis.
We tried helping the refugees. Look how it turned out.
Father Lorgan. I've nothing against Father Lorgan. Ill may to rest his soul. But his methods need to rest with him. We need change.
How goes the search? That's it! Proof that Valeria missed something. They'll have to listen to you now. If you can convince them of Brilgor's innocence, then perhaps Ilmater could shed one less tear this day. How goes the search? Valeria never found the murder weapon. That would be definitive proof that they missed something. The killing happened in the kitchen cellar. Could be a good place to start. Logan's in the room behind us with Sister Rose. Brilgor's buried out back, through the kitchen and the dormitory.
Hello again, my vicious little warrior. Any luck finding dribbles?
Every sail, Papa Seti. Seti. Papa Seti.
Locked from the other side. I wonder what it's hiding.
Walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
I've been seeing that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
Anything you want for supper.
That fox gazes at me most intently. That's curious.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Seeing that for days. My feet hurt.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
And you'll have anything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
Perception. Walking right now. city. Up on the hill.
I see it. But it's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more. One foot in front of the other.
Nearly there now. You can see the city. Up on the hill.
Lord Enver Gortash, the people's man, the gate's protector.
Mummy keeps talking about some army, but she won't tell me anything about it. I'm not...
Why don't we talk about something else? Did you try that rye bread recipe?
Don't suppose you've, stumbled across those letters yet? Yes, fine. Just give me the letters. Still sealed. Thank the gods. You've no idea the kindness you've done me. What a relief.
Oh, Reed's outraged. Front page material.
Those machines will form a circle around the upper city as soon as the fighting starts. Mark my words. We'll be on our own. I've packed bags for myself and the kids. Ready by the door. You should do the same. I know, sweetie. But we'll be safe in the wilds, all right?
My dad said I'm not allowed. You throw a fit when there's no hot water. You wouldn't last a day out there.
It's run.
No.
My ass praying. And the gods don't give a damn.
Sneak into the circus. show with Buddy the dog.
Really? Buddy is my favourite.
Right? His eyes glow and everything.
The absolute army will be here any day now.
Stop fretting. The steel watch will put a stop to them.
Why if we get in trouble?
Form a circle around
We
the epicity
won't.
as soon as the fighting starts. Mark
What if
my
we get
word.
caught?
We'll be on our own.
It's a circus, not the counting house. We'll get kicked out. So what?
But... Why does one crossing have to be right? What are you doing?
It has plenty of spare beds.
Great.
Going
We can
inside.
farm with 10 other people and pray none of them has sticky fingers.
There's a house. Den of decadent delight.
Better off sleeping in the gutter in that section. 15 roses.
Gold. We have everything you crave.
New guy in trouble. Guitar, spoon. Cow.
I just want somewhere warm and safe.
Mate, it's your birthday. You are safe, my love.
Librarian.
I'm here. I won't let anything happen to you.
Look at you. I'm exhausted. You've been pulling all night
What's
to keep
that?
watch. I know you have.
I don't mind it. Honestly.
But I do. Which means we're getting a real room.
Not long before we leave scouring places like this behind. Part of me will miss it.
I will not. It is our chance to start over. And I will gladly do so.
Music and all round from what I've heard.
The master places to expand.
It's got positive strength.
But I wouldn't dare guess at them. Long enough. We should return for the ceremony.
We have time. The runaway is still missing after all. Nothing happens until he's found.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
boy's just nervous, but don't worry.
Not long before
Everyone
we leave
is
scouring places like this behind. Part of me will miss it.
I will not. It is our chance to start over. And I will gladly do so.
Look, Teresa's caress isn't just about waiting or whistle. It's dancing, dinner,
Oh, honey, yes, we should stock up.
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical.
We don't need tonic.
The master plans to expand this territory. Take Candlekeep. Maybe even Arm.
Oh, I'm sure he has plans. But I wouldn't dare guess at them.
There, by the bed. Someone spilled some blood.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor. You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed.
Like what? Let's just stick to the list. Whatever we need, we can get in Wormwood.
Pretty little key. Identical to the one I took from the shapeshifter in the temple tunnels. The shapeshifter's key fit perfectly. Now, what's inside?
birthday. You deserve to cut loose.
The librarian does this thing with her whip where you're on all fours and...
I'll know it when I see it.
It's such a cruise.
Army, Stacey. They won't care about stupid thief.
Everyone is arrested.
What do you reckon, lad? You trust these steel watcher thingamajigs? Aye, I'll second that. It's all right where we can get work repairing them, but what happens when they build something else to do that? It's no good, I tell you.
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical. It's...
We should go. I do not want to face the Master if we're late for his Black Mass.
Soon, sister. I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the Master. No more needed.
It's not for the Master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs, but soon I'll be able to feast. I want someone there, ready for me. And once the Mass is done and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom, and you believed him? Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion! It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't you miss me?
Why would you come back? You got out. You were free.
Of course that's why he came crawling back. He wants to ascend with the rest of us. He heard about the ritual and the power our master will grant us. So he came back with his tail between his legs, hoping all would be forgiven.
You always were an idiot, Petras. Is he hiding? Tell me!
Brother! Please!
Fine. You owe your wretched life to my friend. Now tell me what I need to know.
The Master is preparing the Black Mass. Beneath his palace, there's a defiled chapel. It was hidden there the entire time. Hidden from us all. Do you really think you can stop him?
I'm the only one who can. The sun can't harm me. Cazador can't compel me. I don't need to fear him anymore. Now go, before I change my mind about roasting you, brother.
This isn't over, Astarion.
Poor fools. They actually think Cazador will save them. Yes, and they'll be trembling in fear when they tell him. They're no threat to us. And they have no choice but to do Cazador's bidding. I pity them. Worst of all, they don't know their fate's already set. They're doomed. The only question is whether their lives will be sacrificed to a monster like Cazador, or serve a greater purpose. 7 sigils on 7 spawn. And Cazador has the other 6. We have to face him and take that power for ourselves. Trust me, I'd rather slaughter someone else's family, but if that's what it takes. And it's not like their sweet innocence. They brought Cazador just as many victims as I did. You're not getting sentimental, are you? I thought you were with me on this. Then we'll deal with it. It can't be worse than everything else we've faced. And now we know he's skulking beneath his palace. We can take the hunt to Cazador. All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
Look, Sharessa's caress isn't just about wetting your whistle. There's dancing, dinner, drinks. Honey is a luxury.
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical, it's a state of mind. Doesn't make sense.
You will when you've met the drought.
Oh, Father, give me strength.
Forget your work.
No one stopped me yet.
Four walls are our world.
Sorry, I've just felt so distracted recently.
You have the key to my heart.
I presume you've found something interesting to discuss, if you're interrupting me again? A Baal plot? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? No need to wave documents at me. I'm already drowning in paperwork as it is. Constable Devella is going to be a real pain in the trunk about this. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elf Song Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well, what are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
Just felt so distracted recently. Such fog coursing through my brain.
Look at me.
This is safe to take.
Are you sure? My good man.
Nice.
Lovely. And nice.
Nymph's Grotto.
What now? Let's crack it open.
Don't fret. You don't have to think about a thing.
I want to. Tell me, am I beautiful?
More than beautiful. You are the aurora stretched across the north skies. You are the golden dunes swept across the Kalim. You are the fruit of the forbidden palm, soft on my skin, sweet on my tongue. You are my sin and salvation.
Your parasite stirs, and you gaze at the nymph through the flaming fist's hungry eyes. Your muscles shiver with her longing. Your skin burns with her heat.
What's wrong, Jara?
What are you? Wait. I know you. Your face. The Absolute has shown me.
Jara, what's going on? Who's this man?
Your head screams in agony. The change has come. Pustules boiling beneath your skin, your bones twisting, your flesh rupturing. And suddenly, silence.
What's happening?
No escape.
None shall defeat me.
Can't give up. Let's do this.
Hells. I'd heard tales of mind flayers. Talons sharp as daggers and tentacles yet more fearsome. But no tale did justice to its ethereal beauty. It floats like a butterfly. Its blood shimmers like silver. How can I help it? I don't regret its death. But I marvel that such a work of art could ever live.
Her gaze intensifies. Your breath quickens and your heart skips a beat. The woman's senses are heightened and her fire stoked. The mind flayer is no mere curiosity, but an object of desire.
Why should I deny it? My urge is as natural as the grape upon the vine. But perhaps there are other flavors that might satisfy my palate. Rapture. Close your eyes and listen.
You see only darkness. Her voice shines through it, warmer than the sun, yet cooler than night.
The all-being. Here, there is no suffering. Here, you want for nothing. Here,
You are anything. You have one word. Tell me, what will you be? The gods themselves cannot grant you my unimaginable bliss. Refuse it once, and you will be left forever wanting. Then a part of you remains. At least take these. May you have it. I won't forget you. And
Mate, it's your birthday. You deserve to cut loose.
The librarian does this thing with her wit where you're on all fours and...
I'm glad you came. Not to my door, not yet, but to the final reckoning. One more thing before we begin, though.
For the first time since the Nautiloid, your mind is clear. It's unsettling.
Wouldn't that be exquisite? But no. I'm afraid the tadpole is still there. But I did shut out your other visitor for a while, so we can enjoy some privacy. The Illithid can't hear us. I brought you here because I'm true to my word, and I can make all of this tadpole business go away, which means you and your lovely friends can remain blessedly free of tentacles. Unless some have already sprouted in places I can't see. Let us speak plain. I'll admit, you've impressed me. I wasn't sure you'd make it this far, but no matter how far you come, you're still on the road to ruin. A road that leads directly to a confrontation with the Elder Brain. At best, it will kill you and everyone else in this city. At worst, it will assimilate you, and you won't have enough free will left to even wish you were dead. You have the key to destroying it in the palm of your hand, though. In a manner of speaking. But it's the one inside the prison that you need, not the Illithid, the Gith. I can give you the means to break him free. To Illithids, yes. But despite your reckless embrace of the parasite and recent mutations, you're no mind flayer. Not yet. Orpheus would gladly execute the Emperor. But to you, he will be a friend. After all, you're at war with an Elder Brain. If I'd realized you were so gullible, I'd have tricked you into selling your soul for a pocketful of beans when we first met. To the Emperor, you are nothing more than a beast of burden, one that will transport it to the Elder Brain. An ox requires food, and the occasional beating to keep it moving. You are simpler. The Emperor's words serve as both carrot and stick.
Perhaps it is true that Orpheus would ally with you against the Elder Brain. if he proves uncooperative once free, you may have to kill him.
The Orphic Hammer. An artifact capable of shattering the chains that hold Prince Orpheus is held securely in my House of Hope, even now. Good and truth rarely go hand in hand, but in this case, they are happy bedfellows, and we can be too. I swear to you, I have the solution to your problem. Isn't it just? And it's even more convenient that you can give me exactly what I want in return. Power. You free Orpheus, and in doing so save the city, the Sword Coast, perhaps the whole world, and your own precious skin too. And you give me the crown that dominates the Elder Brain. Better to have it in my hands, and far from your precious world, than in the hands of the gods and monsters that fight over this city's soul. I have craved it ever since the arch-wizard Carsus created it, long centuries ago, and brought doom to the Empire of Netheril. That was the great age of humanity, and Netheril's flying sky cities were the apex of civilization. I was there the day it all fell apart. Entire cities plummeted from the sky like angels with broken wings. The screams, oh, the screams. Hundreds of thousands of people watching in horror as the ground came up to meet them. It was not a happy meeting, and Carsus was responsible. Not driven by malice, but by ambition. He forged a crown imbued with all the powers of magic, a crown that would make any who wore it a god. Men cannot contain so much power. The crown destroyed its creator, and his empire fell with him. Carsus's folly, the bards and scholars call it. I call it hope. The hope of creating a better world, and the perils of unchecked hubris. I knew then that the folly of mortals could be the triumph of devils, and that I could use that crown to unite the Nine under one Archdevil Supreme. Me. The Hells require order to function. It is what separates us from mortals and demons. With the crown, I would impose perfect order, unity, efficiency, control. My kingdom would control its borders and stay within them. It was stolen from right under my nose all those centuries ago. The archdevil Mephistopheles snatched up the crown and squirreled it away in one of his vaults. He is not more than a frigid archivist. So much power and potential kept inert. He made a miracle into a museum piece. I raged. But only for a decade or so. Then I waited, ever watching for more than 1,000 years, for a mistake, a mishap, a misadventure. And these chosen, who have caused you so much trouble accidentally, did me a favor. They brought the crown back into play. Through the aid of a diabolist, somebody capable of opening a portal to the Hells, deep in the Hells. They must have raided Mephistopheles' vault. Impressive, I must admit. But they'll be dead soon. If you don't kill them, the Elder Brain will. It doesn't have feelings in the way you'd understand them. But it seems rather angry. It is inevitable. When you destroy the brain, and you will because you must, the crown will be yours for the taking. And when that moment comes, you give the crown to me. In exchange, I give you the hammer now.
A simple transaction, it seems, but it's more than that. He's offering you an alternative to the mind flayer in your head. Take Raphael's steel and you could free Orpheus. With Orpheus free, you would have no need to rely on the Emperor. But there's no guarantee that Orpheus would be on your side. And if you take the deal, you'll have to fulfill it. You'll have to deliver the crown of Carsus to the devil himself. He claims his ambition is to unite the Hells, but can he be trusted to stop there? Do you trust him more than you trust the Emperor?
How short-sighted. Much better to put it into the right hands. Hands that will ensure it is removed from this world. And it's the only way you can ensure that you remain part of this world. Oh, I'm sorry, you were serious? The crown has laid low all who attempt to harness its power. Archwizards, emperors, gods. It would tear you apart. I won't stop you. But time is running out. So don't stay away for long. If you see reason, I'll be here, waiting. Right up to the moment the world ends.
Trust no one. Watch your back.
I thought I'd lost you. Something was blocking me from hearing your thoughts. Me too. It's concerning that something could come between us like that. Especially when we are so close. Do you have any idea what it was? Raphael? Of course. I should have known the devil would come. The stench of impending chaos is irresistible to them. And what did he want with you? Giving a devil what he wants sounds like a brilliant idea. And what did he offer you in return for bringing it to him? I see.
You feel the touch of the Emperor's mind peeling at the edge of yours, trying to gain access.
That is a fair request.
You feel its presence withdrawing from the fringes of your awareness.
I shall respect your privacy on this occasion. But know that if you have jeopardized our mutual project, I will be forced to reconsider our alliance. Now come. We have an elder brain.
I've got a long road ahead.
Keep a blade close. What can we rescue? A little souvenir. Not even a challenge. Delightful. Keep your distance, darling.
My favorite future clients. Are you ready to accept my kind? Of course. I give you the Orphic Hammer, the means by which Prince Orpheus of the Githyanki can be freed from his chains. You give me the crown once you have destroyed the Elder Brain. Still, I'll wait.
I wonder. Hardly a challenge. What have we here?
Recommend 2 doses. 2? Seems like a thing. Caress is caress. Also it's got private rooms.
Dinner with my parents, remember?
This armor is such a bargain.
It's very leather-like. Well, we're shopping for a suit.
I just want somewhere warm and safe.
Sir, good, sir. Give me 3 days. Oh, apologies. Thought you were someone else. Greetings, so forth, so on. Oh. Oh dear. A dwarf, you say? Fion. One of Mamselle's girls from Chares's Caress. Been gone for a 10-day. Smiled as wide as the wide, but twice as sunny. You don't suppose the murderer? Oh, goodness no. It's too horrible to imagine. Horrible hells. I better lay low. Lower than low. Under low.
You have the key.
I put it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later. I want to give it a rumple.
The two men bark softly to each other. A single name reaches your ears. Nine Fingers. It's a name you know. Nine Fingers is the head of the Guild, a criminal organization operating inside Baldur's Gate.
You rats with the Guild now? Heard Nine Fingers met a match.
The new kingpin? All meat and muscle, that one. And wild as a werebear.
If he's looking to oust Nine Fingers, my blade's got his back.
Sounds messy as the ninth hell. Must be why she called us to help.
Is that right? The way I heard it, you Zent cut a deal with the new... Hold on. You there! Getting up in our affairs? Look, this subject's not safe. You selling your services, beat feet to the Guildhall. Lower City, Basilisk Gate, Guildhall. And that's all you're getting from me. Now scram! The chat's officially closed.
You can stare as much as you like.
Sorry, friend, but you look like you can't take what I mete out. Bring someone with a rear of cast iron.
I put it on especially for you. No.
Don't take it off later.
An elf. Such temptation. I loved many in my day, but never one so fair. Grace. Elegance just waiting to be shattered. Oh yes, I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip, she gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? Of course you wouldn't. Who can resist the pleasure of the strap? Once leather meets flesh. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin. Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fionn slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her. Sweeting. This is Baldur's Gate. I've seen more murders than a butcher's right eye. There'll be time for tears. Cruel as it is, I must turn my mind to business, or, more precisely, the lack of it. I have little coin, but I offer sin in abundance. Talk with the Drow twins in the tap room. They're legends among the regulars, almost myths. Tell them they're your gift from the Mamselle, and let them show you why. Anything else on your mind, sweeting?
Rings of warrior cast, Madame and
Sorry, friend, but you look like you can't take what I mete out. Bring someone with a rear of cast iron. Sorry, friend.
I barely got a moment's sleep last night.
9 hells! You followed me all the way here? What could you possibly want with me now? What? How? 9 hells? Whatever you think you know, I'm sure some gold would help you to forget. Please don't. What do you want from me? It's not my fault. I was forced to do this. Framed even. They would have killed me if I refused to rig the toys. And they're definitely going to kill me now. I can't tell you. I won't tell you. All right. Just don't hurt me. The teddy bears were an experiment. My greatest invention. A clever little device in their chest allows them to speak. But there's more. Smoke powder. Inside the device. I collect packages from Verloga's fireworks in the lower city and stuff the bears with it. Not because I want to, because I have to. Otherwise, they'll kill me. I don't know who's in charge, but it starts at the fireworks shop. That's where the packages come from. Go there, tell them Uncle Verloga sent you, and they'll show you the smoke powder. Lots of it. There. I told you what you wanted to know. Now, will you let me go?
His plea comes with an offering, a pass granting you access to the lower city.
Here, take it, all of it. I don't care. You'll never see me again, I promise.
Do you think we've done something wrong?
We are not in trouble. Remember our vow to keep one another safe. The music stops.
On my mind. Well.
Set your...
This is safe to take. You're absolutely sure?
My good man. Every substance has been tried and tested.
How else was I supposed to see the optics? What does it feel like?
All sizes, all prices.
What I wouldn't give to be the Gondian who invented the steel watch.
Actually, Gortash invented the steel watch?
If it ain't broke, it's
No, he merely offered patronage. The Gondians built it.
And a bachelor clawing at my door the very
Yes, but they were Gortash's idea, which makes him the inventor.
How long do the effects last?
It depends on the person.
and ever in it. No, I don't think that'll work, actually. I'd recommend 2 doses.
As if any of us would be so...
Seems like a lot.
Do you not wish to pleasure your fine maiden? To feel her fingers...
Oh, stranger. Thanks for stopping by Calm's Garms. I'm Calm. Well, Carmen. What can I do? Sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit. Remember.
Looking ahead. This is safe to take. You're absolutely sure?
My good man.
I'd give up a kidney for a tour of the Steelwatch Foundry.
As if any of us would be so fortunate.
Imagine seeing a watch power
door
for the first
to
time.
unhinge.
My heart flutters at the thought.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day. Valeria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course, of course. My Steel Watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable for polite conversation. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Gortash, we shouldn't have any more trouble with the guards. Hell's not this again.
Brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's acting of its own will.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The Dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Balduran. As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, the people will have no... To make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and the chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds as she floated from one room to the next. The second time, Stelmane was, even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great... A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
I couldn't say. But my father was tadpoled. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and to exert control, he must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it. I'm up for the challenge. You've just got to make a little space. Ready and willing.
Can't give up now.
A hero at heart. Where am I needed? Defender of the people.
Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit. A fate to...
Nearly there now. You see the city? Up on the hill.
Shit. It's up there and we're down here.
That's why we need to walk just a little more.
My dad said I'm not allowed. My dad said I'm not allowed.
Gildra? Oh, a customer. How can I help you? Yes. And his stories. Do you know him? He's not creepy. He's a living... Do you know he's won Best Smith in Rivington 7 years in a row? Of course. Gildro's finest. Come back soon.
never mind.
What does it feel like?
In a word, sir.
Actually, Gortash invented the steel watch?
No. He merely automated
Is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Well, most people are idiots, Will. You could lure them into a dragon's maw if you promise a bag of sweets.
I focus on my own job and leave the steel watch.
I spoke to a witness who says you entered the house before the fire started.
Safety, the same principle.
Please make your way to the audience chamber. Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your...
Dearest patriarchs, dearest Raven Guard, what a moment. The blade of frontiers graces our halls, and he's wearing his devilish best.
My father. He's here.
My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My steel watchers are eager watchdogs. For the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that nether stone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorms, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. It's not. But it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood, and your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters, but she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Orin is unreliable. This one shows promise. He keeps his word, I keep mine. We will rule as one. Then let it be writ by the Black Hand of Bane. I, Lord Enver Gortash, swear I shall do you no harm. We will rise together over Toriel as a roaring sun. Let me demonstrate why you made the right choice. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A shapeshifter? Well, it could be anyone. I mean, it's not me, but it could be anyone else.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute god. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god. Our tyranny, and we are saviors, defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. More importantly, just. Now, come, be witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son. Unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn. What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
No. This isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Lithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Ravengard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace. The true Ravengard lurks somewhere in this infected mind, seeking freedom, seeking victory.
Have we finished then? Help me. Ah, the Black Widow caught you in her web. Floric chose shadow over light. Her betrayal burned deeper than the fires of Avernus. She's been punished for her lies. Don't let her get to you.
When he says punished, do you think he means locked up or brutally murdered?
Within Ravengard's memories, you find Councillor Floric. She is confined in a cell right here in Worm's Rock.
The sun rises, true soul. Are you ready?
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
He's dealt with the cult.
Oakfather's blessings.
Well, hello.
What a day.
Not for communal use, it seems. Best show some respect.
You're being watched. Remember that before you do something foolish.